Dear students, it is the fifth video for week 3, lesson 6, and in this video we are going to cover Pakistan movement. Fine. In the previous video I explained the events till 1945 when Jinnah and Gandhi talks about the formula of the separation or the system of government clear after the failure of the Crisp mission. Now we say Pakistan movement. Let's read this excerpt. It's very short but interesting, and it will cover most of it. The Pakistan demand became popular during the Second World War. Every section of the Muslim community, men, women, students, ulama, and businessmen were organized under the banner of All India Muslim League. That all the people, all the fractions were organized under the All India Muslim League. It was quite different from 1937 and the previous years. Muslims, leaders, students, they all invoked a huge spirit. लेके रहेंगे पाकिस्तान, बन के रहेगा पाकिस्तान, अभी नहीं तो कभी नहीं. So they were the very popular demands and slogans. Branches of the parties were opened even the remote corners of the subcontinent. Literature in form of the pamphlets, books, magazines, and newspapers was produced to explain Pakistan demand and distributed wide. Media was involved. The people were mobilized in social level. Books were written. Pamphlets were at that time very important form of the communication. Clear? And newspapers were established. At that very time, different newspapers like the Maulana Muhammad Ali Johor's newspaper, or the newspaper like in Gujarat, Zamindar newspaper, and many other newspapers were there which led the demand of Muslims, whereas the Hindus had control over most of the media and newspapers at that time. They published reports and articles against the Qaeda-Azam, Muslim League, demand for the separate homeland, conspiracy. They were doing a lot. The support gained by All India Muslim League and its demand for Pakistan was tested after the failure of the Shimla Conference, convened by the Viceroy Lord Wavell in 1945. Elections were called to determine the prospective strength of the political parties. Clear? Later on, a plan was made in Shimla Conference that voting should be held in the next elections in 1945. Which party will gain more votes? It will be, मतलब ये कि प्लेबिसाइट हो जाएगा कि जो पार्टी अक्सरियत से होगी वो जीत जाएगी, और उसी की बात को इंडिया के आइंदा के जो हिंदुस्तान का मुस्तकबिल है उसी पार्टी के हवाले कर दिया जाएगा. The All India Muslim League election campaign was based on the Pakistan demand. मंशूर तय कर लिया. The Muslim communities responded to this call in an unprecedented way. Numerous Muslim parties were formed, making a united parliamentary board at the behest of Congress to oppose the Muslim League. But All India Muslim League swept all the 30 seats in the central legislature and provincial elections also. Its victory was outstanding. After the elections on April 8th, 9th, 1946, The All India Muslim League called the convention of the newly elected league members in central and the provincial legislature as Delhi. Means that Muslim League was opposed by the Muslims under the management of the Congress. But Muslim League was able to win its seats in all the 30 seats in the legislature. This was outstanding victory. Clear? And later on, the convention was called. This convention, which constituted virtually a representative assembly of the Muslim of South Asia, a motion by the Chief Minister of Bengal, Hussain Shahid Sorwardi, reiterated that Pakistan demand in the clear terms कि जब वो तमाम लोग इकट्ठे हुए तो they demanded for the separate homeland and it was Hussain Shahid Sorwardi. Cabinet plan, this is very important. Cabinet plan is the plan of the deciding how to divide India. In early 1946, the British government sent a cabinet mission to the subcontinent to resolve the constitutional deadlock. The mission conducted negotiations with various political parties but failed to evolve an agreed formula. कि मिशन ने तमाम पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज के साथ जो है वो negotiations kiye, but they were failed. Finally, the cabinet mission announced its own plan, which among the other provinces envisioned three federal grouping. Two of them comprising of the Muslim majority provinces linked the center in loose federation with the subjects. तो उन्होंने इंडिया को तीन हिस्सों में तकसीम करने का फैसला किया in the managerial terms and they wanted that there should be a कि एक फेडरेशन हो जिसके अंदर ये सारे जो हैं वो कबूल में इट्स वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग they divided India in the three majorities. Clear? One was the Muslims and others. Muslim League accepted the plan as a strategic move, expecting to achieve its objective in not too distant future. All India Congress also agreed to plan, but soon realizing its implication, the Congress leaders began to interpret it in a way not visualizing the authors of plan. This provided All India Muslim League an excuse to withdraw its acceptance of the plan, and the party observed August 16 a direct action plan to show Muslim solidarity in support of the Pakistan demand. Okay, the Hindus actually didn't want that even a slight point should be in the favor of the Muslims. Clear? And this was the plan that Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah was even agreed. यहाँ पर इस प्लान पर कि इंडिया को तीन बड़े हिस्सों में तकसीम किया जाए और एक कन्फेडरेशन बना ली जाए और कुछ जो वजारतें हैं वो इकट्ठी रखी जाएं, हर जो मुस्लिम आबादी के सूबे हैं वो अपनी मर्जी से अपना जो है वो कानून बनाएं. Even Quaid-e-Azam was agreed. Here, Congress, some political leaders of the Congress, उनकी बात Quaid-e-Azam तक पहुंच गई that once this is done, nobody shall allow the Muslim for the separate. Quaid-e-Azam then decided with the party consultations, direct action day, mean they demanded the separate homeland, and in October 1946 an interim government was formed. Muslim League sent its representative under the leadership of General Secretary Mr. Liaquat Ali Khan with the aim to fight for the party objectives from within the interim government. एक निगरान हुकूमत बनाई गई और उसमें मुख्तलिफ कांग्रेस से और कायद मुस्लिम लीग से जो लीडर्स हैं उनको बुला के एक जो है वो गवर्नमेंट बनाई गई टू start the business of the government. But all these situations say that the Muslims now just wanted one thing, that India should be divided. And in 19 August 1914, 14 August 1947, new state of Pakistan was emerged, and this was really a miracle. Dear students, let's sum up all the questions this chapter in the video. That division of Pakistan was not on the basis of the regional gain, not basis of political fruits or gaining more resources. Rather, it was a genuine demand based on the two-nation theory that the Muslims should be given separate homeland where they may not be under the influence of the Hindus, because it is the question of their existence. Fine. Later on, the events uh, raised objection on Pakistan's ideology and two-nation theory and emergence of Pakistan. But the present Hindu mentality shows that the decision of Pakistan was quite right. Thank you very much.